I decided to do a little more over Lake Lure here. I have the Volocity, what do they call it? Volocopter, something like a Volocopter. The Volocity Volocopter. There. V-O-L-O-C-O-P-T-E-R. So I wanted to come back to Lake Lure because I flew over it this morning in a Cessna and really didn't get to show a whole lot of the lake itself. So I thought I'd bring this Volocopter out here and kind of show around a few things. So if we turn around, I'm right here at the Lake Lure end. And all this data is pulled in by Beam Map, if you're not familiar with the flight simulator. So, I mean, it's not exact, but you know, it's pretty impressive the way they have done all this. It's like I'm going down, trying to stay level. Hard to do with this thing without, you have to manipulate it with the throttle. So that would be the Lake Lure end straight ahead. And this is the part where everybody swims in the summertime. It's pretty crowded. But all those little buildings on the beach over there, I don't believe there's not quite that many that are there. So like I say, it's a little off, but I'll tell you what, it's not really bad. It's not bad at all. It's a whole lot better than like X-Plane, where you all you see is a bunch of generic stuff that doesn't even come close to matching what's really there. So behind all the little beach huts there, that would be Lake Lure end. It's pretty old. I think it's been there since like 1924 or something, but really a cool place to check out. And if you can, stay there. It's got a lot of history. A lot of famous people have stayed there. And then over there, straight across now, that's an Italian restaurant, I believe it is, up on the hill. The little hut to the left, right off the beach there, that's the ABC store. So it's pretty close on those. Pretty impressive. So we'll go right over here where they have the boat tours. So you just come on around the road here. You see the road over by the beach on the left there. I've rode my motorcycle on that road many a time. And a car. One of my favorite go-to places. Right over here is where the boat tours take off from. They've done a lot of changes in this area. So, not wanting to act right here. Okay, let's get away from the trees. There we go. Little thing's kind of hard to drive. But right there, that little, see the docks, there's a lot of boats would be in here at the real place. That's pretty close. It's pretty accurate. It's amazing. You would come here, and I forget the cost of it. It's a little pricey, but it's fun to do. You have a tour guide. It's a pontoon boat, and they go around the lake and give you the history about everything. Over there behind it is some tennis courts and some. That's like a little, the city of Lake Lure's little information building. They have bathrooms there. But that parking lot right there is pretty accurate. There's boat landings right here. You can bring your own boat and put it in here if you want. And right over there on that point is it's just a little open air building, I believe it is, and they have a lot of weddings there. A lot of weddings. Now and they will tell you in the tour, if I can get this vehicle, this thing up. Okay, so straight ahead, up on that mountain. There we go. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it here. But there's a house up there that you can see, and I don't know what style you'd call it. It's kind of like something you would see maybe in Arizona, or it's just, I don't know how to explain the type house it is. But it's up on one of those mountainsides right there, and you can see it from the road down here. But I think that's where they tell you on the tour. That looks like it's straight ahead there, maybe. I don't know. I see a house over there on the hill. But they'll tell you in the tour that I think that's where the owner of the guy who actually created, or had the idea of making this lake, I believe it is. It may have been the owner of the Lake Lorraine. I can't remember exactly. But there's a lot of history to this place. It's pretty cool. It's not the biggest lake, but it's really beautiful lake, especially when you get in a boat and go looking around. Of course, I have Kenny Rock over here. I may try to go ahead and see if I can get close to that. Yeah, it's right straight ahead up there. So I need to try to maintain altitude here. Let me kind of fly over that way. This thing's just slow. That's why I came from that bare wallow little grass airfield, and I just didn't even take the time to try to bring that into the video, because it just getting here took quite a while. This thing is just not very fast at all. And it's got buttons inside for like pitch, that sort of thing. You see there, but it says they're not operable. So the trim, see there, it says inoperative. Inoperative. None of that works. So really, looks like it has autopilot though. So I haven't tried that, but it's really the only way I can see to control the altitude is with the throttle. But it's an interesting little vehicle, and I believe they are real. I think I guess they make them in, to fly in real life. I think when I first got this simulator, I was intrigued by this thing. So, there's some stuff up top. I don't think any of that works. That's for all the engines, I guess. Several of them. But I was intrigued by this thing, and I flew it a couple times. I do know if you fly it and you're a simmer, you have to go into the customization of the aircraft, and you have the center of gravity was off. I'm fortunate enough that I just happened to go in there and look earlier, and you can adjust. You can drag the little thing to adjust the center of gravity, and that's pretty important, because it won't even fly unless you do that. I remember before I was trying to fly this thing, it would start shaking and do all kind of crazy stuff and just fall to the ground, and I was like, what in the world? and I just go on about my business. But just a little bit ago, I had to look in that. That's where you choose your aircraft, and then you have to go into, I think it's the customization, and you'll see it. It's a center of gravity thing. You can drag, place it more in the center, and the red caution thing will go away when you get it right where it needs to be. So that's the town of Lake Lure down to the right. Then just on up the creek, the river there, for a little ways from that is Chimney Rock, the town of Chimney Rock. And this is Chimney Rock right here in front of it. A lot of people visit there, and you know, you can talk about it in the other video. You see the parking lot down here at the bottom, out in front of it, and you can. It's a little pricey to go up there, but it's really nice to see it. And but you park there in that little building at the foot of it, of that rock. There's an elevator in there, so you can take the elevator up to the top. There's like a little snack cafe up the top. You can buy little souvenirs and things, coffees. I think they have like sandwiches and stuff, but nothing. Now they may have a restaurant now, I'm not sure, but last time I was there, it was just like a cafe. It wasn't next to it. But you can go over on the Chimney Rock itself. Now, it doesn't really look, it doesn't really look like Chimney Rock all that much. A little off, I can tell. But it's pretty close. It's pretty good. But they have a fenced area on the little plateau mountain over to the right of the building, the one that the building's on. There's a little a walkway that goes over, and you can walk up on that, and that's where the fence is. There's a fence around the top of that thing that keeps people from falling off, I guess. But there's a big old American flag at the top, and you can see, of course, over Lake Lure here, and from there, and you can get some really good photos. See there? I've got a few of those photos from that view. They're pretty cool. But a really neat little place. You can see the road down there. You can see all the little shops and everything they have along the creek there. There's some pretty good restaurants down there. You can go down on the river, you know, the creek, the rocks, and sit and just enjoy. I'm going down. Wow, this thing ran out of gas. I guess. Wow, did something. Well, so anyway, okay, that's a good time to end the video. So thanks for watching. I just wanted to put that little bit of a video out there, explain a little more in depth about Lake Lure. It's a really cool place to visit if you ever get the chance. Thanks for watching.